arrived at Birla House, a Sikh priest was reciting from the Sukhmani Sahib. I first visited the spot where Mahatma Gandhi fell. Later, I went into Birla House, which was plunged into mourning. I walked along the heavily carpeted passages to the room which had been Gandhiji's. Dazed crowds in mute procession passed by the large window, throwing floral tributes, mostly red roses, into the room, and then, placing their hands together in mute bewilderment, passed by his window and out of sight. In the room, the scene was heartrending. The walls were white. The room was simply furnished. The deep blue carpet contrasted with the white mattress upon which lay Mahatmaji. He was shrouded in spotless white khadi from his feet to his abdomen. His chest was bare, and I could see the dark patches of the assassin's bullets against the skin of his frail body. His eyes were closed, but his face was the face of a man in prayer. I could describe his face and my thoughts as I gazed on Mahatmaji only in the words I learned as a child. Those words were, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Around Mahatma Gandhi's neck was a hand-spun khadi garland. The mourners filled the room. So did the heavy smell of incense being burnt at the head of the Mahatma. The floor was a sea of rose petals. There were 2 electric lights in the room, but only one was burning. Family members of Mahatma Gandhi, including Mr. Devadas Gandhi, his son, and his immediate staff, who held a night-long vigil at Birla House, were near the bier. Inside, people wept and sobbed. There was great grief. I recognized amongst the mourners in the grief-laden room Mrs. Sucheta Kripalani, Pandit Govind Ballabh, who arrived by special train to pay his last homage. Mrs. Indira Gandhi, her eyes swollen with much weeping. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who sat silently, looking fixedly at the floor. Sardar Baldev Singh, the family of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the Nawab of Chathari, and many other prominent people. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur sat at the Mahatma's feet. As I turned to leave, Pandit Nehru entered and stood near me. I stood silently by Mahatmaji's most beloved follower for 30 years. His fine-cut features were drawn in agony. His face looked gray. The muscles of his jaw moved, as if he was fighting back a sob. Then I saw him lower his head, and I saw a heartbroken Prime Minister weep.